In this video, I'm going to show you the real raw process behind putting together your art studio so that you can make art and be creative and get the ideas going. And I'm going to share with you my experience from transforming this space into a workable art studio and office, little tricks and tips I learned along the way, and how you can go ahead and get started for yourself. So let's go ahead and do this. Yeah. Hello my gorgeous, beautiful, wonderful queen bees. It is your girl Amanda, the buzzed artist. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to this new space. In case you're not sure what's going on, Ethan and I finally took the plunge, buy a house. What's really fun about buying a house during a pandemic while raising an infant is that everything is just 12 times harder than it needs to be. So after months and months and months of searching, putting in offers, getting heartbroken every time we got rejected, finally found a house that fit our needs and we got it. And literally a week later, we packed all our little boxes, shoved them into a van, and drove 5 minutes to get to our new house. So out of all the rooms in the house, I decided that the room above the garage, which is the room that we're in now, is the perfect space to put in my art studio and office. I had repainted it because it was like this dirty mop water yellow, white ceilings, and I don't know, it just kind of looked not clean and fresh. We put white on the walls and ceiling, and we have one accent wall, which is just this beautiful dark navy blue, and it is perfect. So I wanted to take you guys through a journey and show you my thinking process of how I went from just throwing a bunch of furniture into a room and making it into a functional office slash studio where I can do art and be my most creative self. So in this video, I'm actually going to show you what I did to rearrange the studio part of my office studio, like in all the organization and the way I was thinking and what I like to do when I am in the process of designing a room and trying to make the flow go. Let's walk through my studio office makeover, part 1. Here we go. So we start the scene. I just threw a bunch of boxes, a bunch of furniture into this room after we had painted it, and I just kind of had like my first go at putting furniture where I think they would want it to go. But after a while, I kind of looked at everything and thought to myself, this is not quite working out for me. I had the desk up against the wall, and I had my art desk kind of like perpendicular to that wall. I don't know, something just didn't feel right about that, but the fact that I had my computer and I was looking straight up at a wall, it just kind of felt like creatively stunted. So when you're planning out your creative space, first thing you're going to want to think about is, where is the place that I'm going to be doing the most stuff? And from there, you want to plan everything else around that location. Whenever I'm working, I want to have my computer desk with all my filming equipment right there and ready to go. And take this whole setup and put it over here, so that way I'm facing looking out this way. So what I ended up doing was I had my original floor plan, which you can see here. If I take my desk and I flip it and I push it all the way to one side of the room, looking out straight to the 2 windows that are on the other side of the wall, and then get that window view as well. Basically, I just want to see more windows as I'm working. I kind of like that whole experience. It's just something that's always worked for me. So I decided to just roll with it because why not? So this is where it got really interesting. I just wasn't sure where I wanted things to go. I had a kind of a plan that I wanted to put the art studio desk and the art supply bookcase to kind of be like touching the window so I could look out. When I was arranging everything just looked really clumped together. It felt very cluttered. It just didn't feel right. I had to scrap that idea. And then after some thinking and pacing and just looking like a general maniac, I decided to then take the art desk and then push it all the way to the other side of the wall, facing outside to the other window. You would think that after putting the art desk on the opposite side of the wall, I would be done. No. Once again, I put it there, I sat down, looked at it from the view of my desk, and it didn't work. It just did not feel right. It didn't feel good. When it comes to creativity, you want to go with your gut. If you're in a room that kind of brings you down, you're not going to fare very well in that room. So you want to make it work for you. Once again, I decided to change the plan and move the desk to that wall where I previously had my computer desk. And then things started taking shape a little bit more. It kind of started feeling a bit more right to me. So I decided to take the bookcase full of art supplies and move it to the right portion of the desk. I want to make sure that if I am doing work, it's within arm's reach. I'm just, got it, it's here, let's go. I want it to be mindless and quick, like giving birth.
That was literally the worst joke I've ever heard.
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay, now, onto the video. Once I put the bookcase there, I also decided to take the other bookcase that I had all of my crafting supplies and put it on the other side of the art desk. At first I had it hidden in the closet, but if ever I have supplies that are in another room, behind a closed door, I will literally forget all about them and I will not ever use them. I can't find it in here. I decided to put that out in the open because I do use those for videos as well. Once I kind of had the general layout, it was time to just fill in everything. If you guys remember from my previous video where I decluttered my art studio using the Marie Kondo method, I did the same exact thing here. Rule I always followed, as long as I could see everything, I don't have to dig for it, were golden, and that they were arranged in a very nice fashion. So I had my paints all arranged so that I could see everything. I had my 2 shower caddies that were filled with all my art supplies, like my brushes, my paints, my palettes, my pens, my pencils. And then I had another shelf just with all of my canvas paper, my mediums. Then on the crafting shelf, I did the same exact thing. And in fact, I kind of went through like a little bit of a sporadic process of trying to figure out, okay, like how do I want to decorate this? How do I want to make it look? And like I was taking all of my supplies and kind of rearranging them on the shelf to see what looked aesthetically pleasing to me. Followed the same Marie Kondo method, made sure that if I look at it, I do not have to search for it. I can see it from a naked eye where everything is, everything has its place, and I could immediately find it when I needed it. Something that I decided to do, which was really, really important to me, was to start putting my artwork and arranging it all around my art desk and my art space. I think it's super important to always show your creativity and to be surrounded by your creativity. Your creativity begets more creativity. How many times can I say creativity?
Oh my god, say creativity one more time.
I'm sorry. So if you have art that inspires you, whether it be your own art, something you saw in a magazine, print, or something from your favorite artist, put it up, surround yourself with it. You can hang it up on the wall, you can put it on the floor, lean it up against the wall, you can put it on a bookshelf, whatever. There's so many different ways that you can really zhuzh up your space and make it truly your own creative haven. This is something I really go deeper into with Magic of Acrylics course, where we talk about making your creative space your own and how you can go ahead and do that. So if you really want to dive into acrylic painting basics and fundamentals and how to make your own creative space and really embrace yourself as an artist, be sure to check out that class on Skillshare. I'll leave a link in the description below. What's important was I kind of let a couple days go by where I feel the space out. So I arrange it the way that I think I like it. I walk around, use it, and if something doesn't feel right, again, I think about, okay, what's the biggest thing I need to change right now? And then I rearrange everything according to that. So once I found like the one thing I really, really wanted in my space, I was able to kind of like finagle and figure out where all the puzzle pieces fit together based off of that. And of course, it's okay to change. It's okay to figure things out and to move things around. So what started out as kind of a clunky, crowded, and not so functional working space and art studio has now been transformed into something that's a lot more workable and I feel much more creative in. I have all my art supplies readily available where I can see them in a manner that's very eye-pleasing to me and makes me so excited to start creating. And of course, it's making me more excited to keep on going with this office studio makeover. So the next step is hanging up all of my artwork, and trust me, there's a lot of artwork that I need to put up. It's gonna have to be a video in and of itself because of how much work is involved with it. That's gonna be coming real soon. My jaw is like sore from smiling and talking. This is like the most that I have talked in a row for a very, very long time, and I don't know, I'm just really glad to be back. It feels really good. So if you guys enjoyed this part 1 of my office studio makeover, please be sure to give this video a like and to subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button, you know what to do, so that you can see more videos like this from me to you in the future. So do you guys have a creative art space? Feeling creatively stumped because your art space is just not quite there yet? Comment below, let me know. I'm really interested in finding out what it is you got going on in your life. So with that being said, I think it's time for me to hang some pictures up and get filming on that. So without further ado, I'll see you all next time. Bye! If I'm really quiet, maybe she'll go back to sleep.